Hello, welcome back. I'm eating again. It's 2:15 a.m. It's January 12th. Um, I'm eating yung mga kinain kanina for dinner. We had truffle mac and cheese from Mama Lou's. Yan. And I reheated the steak kahit alam kong magiging well done siya. So, ito siya. Thumbnail na hindi naman nagiging thumbnail. Anyway, hello again. Wait lang. We got this steak from Steak and Co. Hindi ko lang sure, pero okay naman. It's not the best. I cooked it myself pala kanina. Just put some steak seasoning and prayed for the best. Pero ako naman talaga yung tagaluto ng steak dito sa house. So, wah! Siyempre maayos to. Pero like yung mismong meat, it's not that tender. Although there was some marbling, pero hindi siya gaano ka prominent gaya nung sa Wagyu. And masarap talaga tong mac and cheese. No, it always hits. Tapos Gatorade. As usual, wala akong planong pag-usapan talaga. 2022, let's talk about 2022. How's your 2022 so far? Sorry. Teka, gumagalaw yung plato. How can I fix this? Ito na lang. Yung ng tissue. Basalat. How's your 2022 so far? Yung akin hindi naman since the last video, natapos ko yung thesis and it took me some breakdowns and some deliberate avoidance of tasks to fulfill. But I finished it right before the presentation scheduled nung ipe-present siya. So like minutes before the presentation ko siya pinasa. And we had to present updates in class. Nakala ko formal, which in hindsight, nagpanic talaga ako kasi kala ko formal presentation siya. You have to present the thesis proposal all over again in class this time. Mas chill naman, pero like kala ko formal pa rin yung ganap. Yun pala, kahit wala ka ng PowerPoint, magsasabi ka lang ng updates. And I admit na hindi siya yung best piece of writing na nagawa ko. Pero I'm proud that it's over. And grabe yung haba ko yung knife. I'm proud that it's over kahit na yung script, literal like 30 minutes before the presentation ay tinatapos ko pa yung script. So that was stressful. And also my theoretical framework wasn't wasn't what I'd hoped it would be, because um my thesis is the theoretical framework of my thesis um consisted of Deleuze, Deleuze, si Deleuze and Guattari, yung sinulat nilang book on anti-Oedipus and all about this materialist psychiatry. And basically they said a lot of things that I couldn't comprehend and I attempted to comprehend. And yung plano ko sa theoretical framework ay I go over each point they say, but that didn't happen. And what happened was I block quoted a huge chunk of what they said and just interpreted it my own way, how it would how it would appear in my thesis. So that was stressful. And I didn't write that much about it, to be honest. I feel like I'm gonna try to continue it sa 200 sa next sem pala. Kasi hindi ko na kaya. (2022) it just feels like we're back in March 2020 when everything had this abrupt shift in you can just feel it in the air, because pati sa bahay dito, ayoko na mag-disclose ng ganun karaming information about my life here, pero naging chaotic yung start of the year for us. Conditions became worse, people are getting sick, and it's like we haven't learned from things. Although ang assumption naman dati ay through droplet transmission ang COVID-19, but it turns out new studies are coming out that say that COVID is airborne. And I mean, our government response wasn't great to begin with, and to couple the fact that the government still doesn't acknowledge things even as simple as free mass testing is so frustrating. And it's like a lot can be saved from just listening to people who know better about the virus. It's like we can't let go of our pride sometimes. All the time pala. Tigas na yung steak. Anyway, marami pa rin talaga akong need gawin in terms of academics. And I don't know why I decided to film another video. Pero I haven't been feeling the best mentally. And it's kind of hard to acknowledge and say out loud, because I don't know why. Naiyak na ako. Aga-aga. And having reflected on myself throughout the days, it made me feel frustrated about my other peers, or like other people who can manage to do their academic requirements in this climate. And I know they're just we're all just subject to the same systems na parang ka- forced sila gumawa ng mga requirements nila because they essentially have no choice but to do so. And feeling ko na iinggit lang ako na sobrang tatag nung mental space nila, or like how I perceive what their mental space is, because they can do things. um uh, Ewan ko sa social media, parang na nako-compel tayo mag-share ng mga achievements natin, like we finished this paper. And I admit that it has this sort of satisfaction na makapag-post ng ganun. Pero just like this selfish part of me thinks that life in this climate is still a competition. And at kahit na na-acknowledge ko na pare-pareho lang tayong inaalipin at ginagago ng mga sistema, ay it just I just think the world, parang can't the world slow down? And that's coming from me, who's privileged enough to eat, to just privileged enough to feel this way. And I just feel like the world is going too fast, and no one even thinks to stop, because like yung mismong mga sistema natin force us not to stop, because we need to keep grinding, we need to keep working, we need to keep studying. And wala, in this country, if you don't have the means, you're just forced to live life just as it is. Ayun, I just hope I'm not alone in this selfish trait of mine. So, ang pangit. Oh my gosh, okay pa ba ako? Oh my gosh, I got this shirt. Pinili to na ate ko. Dapat sa kanya, pero hindi nagkasya sa kanya. Ito yung suot ni Hechan sa isang picture. Gusto niya ganyan. Pero, ayun, binigay niya sa akin. Anyway, ayun. I just feel bad that these thoughts are coming into me, na parang na-acknowledge ko na selfish siya, but at the same time I'm just filled with so much pity for myself and for others, that we are forced to live through this like it's not happening, like nothing else is happening. We're just plowing through our academic lives and not realizing that I've only been in the campus for like 1.5 years. And just to think of that statement, that I've only been in college, for 1.5 year out of my 4 supposed years, it doesn't do my mind good. Ayun. Wala lang, I just hope that I'm not the only one feeling this way. And kung ikaw rin man ay forced to keep doing your academics, I mean, good for you. Pero I hope we can all acknowledge how shitty everything is going. It's like parang wini-wish ko na sana hindi rin kayo gumagawa ng ACADS. Like, it's not even a choice I'm making. It's like I've been trying for consecutive days to write these papers that are actually simple enough to write. They're reflection papers. But of course, you need academic basis. Like, you need to cite your sources and everything. It's just, I cannot find a reason to keep pushing through when the future doesn't seem that good right now. Like, trying our best is so hard. So hard. Sorry, grabe, gusto ko na magpagupit talaga. By the way, I'm trying to grow out a mullet. Kaya ganito yung buhok ko. Which is, igugupit ko rin naman, like, I'll go back to my siguro usual haircut when I, fingers crossed, do my graduation picture. See, I can't even happily talk about things I'm looking forward to this year because the start of the year was just... Grabe yung English, no? Kanina pa ako nag-English. Parang ang hirap. Hindi ako masaya kasi ganito yung start ng year. Tapos, bakit ang symbolic kasi ng association natin sa start of the year? So, sinisi pa sa ano, no? Bakit may mas spaghetti strands itong ano? Itong mac and cheese. Mama Luz, what's up? Feeling ko halo-halo nilang, sorry Feeling ko halo-halo nilang niluluto yung pasta. Pasta. Ayun. I hope you're taking care of yourself right now because you need to, honestly. And we need to acknowledge things while still hoping for better days. Ayun. Ano pa ba? Kaya lang talaga ako nag-video ngayon kasi parang wala na akong mapanood sa YouTube. And it's actually a problem. Like, siguro, hindi ko alam kung ako lang talaga yung ganito, pero I've seen posts that yung hindi sila makakain nang walang pinapanood na video sa YouTube. And I am that person. I don't know how others do it with TikTok kasi you have to keep scrolling. Ang pangit ng lighting, sorry ah. Gusto niyo ba ganyan? Yung parang, yung kumikintab ako. Pero parang, hindi ko na alam. Wait lang. Sige, ganyan na lang. Parang cute. Ayun, mas nakikita ko na yung mga kinakain ko. Anyway. Ayun. Siguro I wanna talk about. I watched this film recently. Like just yesterday, I think. I watched it. It took me 2 watches to complete the film. And hindi ko nakalagay dito eh. Pero it's called So Long My Son. The film. It's a film. Oh my gosh. Nasabi ko ba? Ayun. It took me 2 separate watches on different days to complete this film called So Long My Son. It's a Chinese film. In 2019, I watched it on Mubi. And I did not expect to like it at all because first of all, it's 3 hours, which is kind of daunting to watch. Ewan ko. Grabe. Ayun. But I've come to enjoy it, and the thing about me with Letterboxd, where I log in my film entries, is that I convince myself that everything is 5 stars. I try my best to convince myself that everything is 5 stars. Because yung mindset ko ngayon sa mga films na pinapanood ko is it can always turn into a productive discussion, like no matter how problematic it is. And that alone can can potentially merit a 5-star rating from me. And wala lang, I don't know, tangent. Pero I really, the film, without spoiling too much, I guess, it's about family. There's this married couple. Are they married? Shucks. Couple. There's this couple living in China. Duh. Basically, they are bound by the one-child policy. And the story takes place in the 1980s and the present time. And it's very fragmented. It's there are overlapping perspectives and timelines that it's kind of hard to interpret. Hindi man interpret. Sorry. It's kind of hard to get a grasp of what the narrative is because it's non-linear. But something about it nag resonate siya with me kasi nagmatch yung ganong approach and treatment dun sa realities na fini-face ng mga characters nun. There's a lot of regret and returning and sobrang back and forth nung energies na parang who should be blamed in a situation that is bound by the politics of it all. Because I've only heard about one-child policy in the news and I didn't give too much thought of it na pwede palang ganun yung maging effects niya sa isang sa buhay ng isang pamilya. Grabe, sorry, na-realize ko lang na iniba ko yung lighting mid-video. And sana ito na lang yung... Ayun. Parang, ang ganda nung film kasi naiyak ako dun sa part na... May isang part na naiyak ako. Ay, basta yon sa banda dulo siya. Tapos, hindi ko alam kung i-add ko siya sa thesis ko because my thesis also deals with family. Pero kasi Chinese yun, so like what? Pero ang ganda kasi nung parang nag-match siya dun sa thesis ko kasi yung, basta, ano ba to? Ang ganda na parang it it doesn't feel enough yung mga pinopropose niyang resolution din sa film. Pero parang it made me question what is enough in trying times, in crucial times, personally crucial times siguro. Hindi naman personal because everyone was... Basta grabe, what is enough? How can you compensate and make up for things na ganun kalala? Ayun. I hope kung wala kayong kung wala kayong movie, contact nyo ako, message nyo ako kung gusto nyo nung... Because I can gift the film. I don't... Movie has this feature that you can gift the film to people. 3 people, I think. And matagal na kasi akong intrigued dun sa pelikula. I always see it on my homepage. And I'm glad na napanood ko siya kahit it was a difficult watch because it took me 2 separate watches. Because attention span, anyway. Wala, ang ganda. Like, it's my favorite film so far of the year. Favorite watch. I also watched Happy Together. Wong Kar-wai, the landmark sad boy film. Oh. Maganda siya kasi ewan ko, bakla lang ba ako? Nag-resonate lang sa akin yung lahat. I get why people like it. And wala lang, sobrang pag na-realize mo yung mga techniques ni Wong Kar-wai, parang mapapawaw ka na lang na sana like as a film student, ganun ka rin mag-isip. And wala, ang galing lang niya. And parang the way he captures human emotions and experiences. And how it is still contextualized. And parang yung nababalance yung parang context and emotion. Kung saan they're all leveled out in a film. Wala, it's fascinating to me how he can craft such world of a film in his filmography. Buong filmography niya, whatever. Of course, everyone knows this, like Wong Kar-wai. But like, I've only watched In the Mood for Love. And yung Chongqing Express, pinanood ko siya nung once, like, dati pa. Pero hindi ko siya hindi ko na-appreciate nung time na yun. Yung sentiments na inaano ng film. Although, hindi ko nga tinapos yung film dahil dun. So, I need to rewatch it. Because I haven't come across a person na hindi nagustuhan yung film na yun. I don't know sino bang may ayaw sa Wong Kar-wai? I mean, siguro kung ayaw nila parang na-overhype lang, pero ewan ko, stop hating on people who like things. Plano ko gumawa ng, I mean, like, as soon as my academic requirements are over and the sem is done, plano ko wait lang. May dalawang videos na akong planong gawin. Although yung isa parang kumakain lang din ako, tapos yun yung pinag-uusapan. Pero I wanna make a video about skincare and what I've learned by watching Dr. Dre's videos almost every day, if I may say so, for almost a year. And how I've integrated the things I've learned from her in my own skincare routine. Ayun. Ayun, so watch out for that. And siguro na-appreciate ko lang din na pwede pala akong gumawa ng mga ganitong video na hindi ine-edit. Kasi hindi ko pa rin to i-edit. I do not have the headspace to accommodate my problems with perfectionism through this video, through YouTube. If may mga nanonood dito na may connections with Apple stores and resellers locally, like yung mga may established store like iStudio, Power Mac Center. Does anyone have any inside scoop kung kailan darating yung mga bagong MacBook Pro na 14 and 16 inch? Because I need to know. Because yung laptop ko barely hanging on. First of all, do not get 128 gigabytes of memory. I mean, wala na atang laptop na ganun. Ang base storage na ata ay 256. But 128, not worth it. I don't know what I was getting into when I bought my laptop in 2016. MacBook Pro na 2015. Anyway, ginagamit ko kasi ngayon yung laptop na ate ko. Tapos, syempre sa kanya to, bakit ko naman parang parang isang buwan ko na ata siyang ginagamit for myself. And wala, ano ba to? Kailan ba kasi lalabas? Ayun. Ano pa bang nangaano sa akin? Kailan ba dumating yun? Anyway, may 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 try out ako ngayon na dalawang skincare products which are currently on my face. Wow. Hindi, yung isa cleanser. Cetaphil siya. Pero hindi pa siya labas sa Philippines because it's new. So I bought it sa Shopee. And it's their cleanser for acne. Gentle, clarifying cream cleanser. Kung hindi ako nagkakamali. Ayoko nang kunin. Nasa CR siya. And alam kong andyan lang yung CR. Pero basta teal yung cap niya. Teal yung mga kulay niya. Ay, yung mga kulay, yung accent color of the packaging. And it has, ano pala, 2% salicylic acid, helpful for people with acne because salicylic acid gets into the pore and removes excess oil and sebum trapped in the pore. Basically, it's an oil-loving substance. And it's formulated with moisturizing ingredients para hindi siya ganun ka-drying sa face and sa skin. That's why it's suitable for people with acne and it doesn't dry out their skin. And nirecommend to ni Dr. Dre, who is my queen. And I wanted to try it out. It cost $8.50 for like a good amount of product. It's still expensive though for me. Ewan ko. Ayun. I got that and I expected it to lather with maglather siya ng maayos. maglather siya basically. And hindi siya naglalather for me. It's kinda, first of all, getting it out of the tube, yung product, you have to squeeze it out. And ayun, mahirap siya i-squeeze out. It's a cream talaga, like a dense cream. It's not that viscous enough for it to parang anyway, tapos hindi siya naglalather. Tapos nung inaamoy ko siya, parang may iba siyang amoy na hindi ko alam kung dapat ko ba ito nilalagay sa mukha ko. Ganun yung amoy niya. Pero like, of course, it's legit store naman yung nabilan ko sa Shopee. Like, ilang beses na ako bumili sa kanila. Favorite ko sila. JJ Skin Store ata. Ayun. But I will agree that it doesn't leave your skin feeling dry and squeaky clean. Because that you don't want that in a cleanser. Because you're basically stripped of your natural oils. I don't know if that's like medically correct to say that. Ayun. Nasistrip ka nung baka ma-impair yung moisture barrier mo sa skin. And hindi siya ganun. So, I wouldn't say it's my favorite cleanser, but it's like I wanted to incorporate a salicylic acid cleanser in my routine ever since I finished my dose of isotretinoin. So that's that, and I got the Aveeno Oat Gel Moisturizer, also recommended by her. Which Aveeno doesn't do wrong with their products. Maganda siya. It has oats, which are rich in humectants and have ano ba meron sa oats? Have skin soothing properties. It calms down inflammation, I think. Basta marami yung benefits ang oats and colloidal oatmeal in skincare products. Ganun. It's a certified product. Ingredient. Ayun, it has that. It has centella, which can calm down, which is posited to heal, to facilitate healing in the skin. It's a good moisturizer, and Dr. Dre, suggests it for any type of skin because ang occlusive ingredient dun sa moisturizer na yun ay dimethicone, which is a silicone that locks in hydration, like puts a good seal to transepidermal water loss or like water getting out of your skin. It puts a good seal on that. And in addition to that, ang dimethicone ay nakakapag-reduce ng shininess or oiliness. So, hindi ako ganun kakintab, actually. Ewan ko lang you be the judge. Charot. Pero ewan ko, ganun ba ako kakintab nung last video? Yun yung sabi ng iba sa akin nung napanood nila. Anyway, like kintab or not, moisturize. Everyone moisturize. Please take good care of your skin. Because like, oiliness is not in the picture when it comes to mitigating transepidermal water loss. Kapag nag-derma na lang talaga ako. Dito ka na ako. Rugyot. Oh my God. Great moisturizer. It's kind of expensive, like for like 1.7 ounces, which is not that much. Like I bought it for like less than 1.2. Sana ilabas siya dito sa Philippines. Hindi ko alam kung magiging mura kung ano. But it's worth it. I attest to the suggestion. Ano pa ba? I don't know if I have the brain power and mental headspace. Mental headspace? The headspace to continue writing this paper. I've tried writing throughout the whole day. And and it's not, yung part ko sa paper, it's not even that difficult. You just have to translate what you've already written from another work into another work. I don't know what's happening. Like, what? Anyway, I'm gonna pay because I'm gonna pay for this in the future naman kasi. Now let's talk about procrastination. My sabotaging. The self-sabotage I put myself through every end of the semester just to accomplish academic requirements. And the way I say to myself every start of the semester, like even before, that I will change these habits, I will improve, like, tapos nothing, it only lasts for like 3 weeks. And like, I'm back to my old self, procrastinating. But like, syempre inisip ko din like, what maybe procrastination is an integral part of who I am and how I approach tasks. And nagpe-pay off naman siya, like, maganda naman yung nagagawa ko. Arguably, like, they're not all, hindi naman siya halatang pinocrastinate gaano. Like sa standards ko. But like, part of me thinks that I can do better than leaving everything to the last minute, because it doesn't feel right to do it, to always put everything to the last minute. Like, I also want some sort of stability in my life. Some sort of pattern and schedule, that some sort of level of conformity with everyone else who has this productive day. Like, they spend their mornings and afternoons doing their tasks, and there's me who leaves everything until midnight, because that's the only time of the day when I can feel at peace and actually do things. And if I don't, I'll leave it to the last minute. And it's almost like, will I ever find out what works for me? Like, I know procrastination works for me, but something about how we're not living in a vacuum. And how after college, things in the industry or like the workplace cannot always be dealt with putting things in the last minute. Napapaus na ako. Paus hindi, na parang napapagod na ako magsalita. Anyway. Ayun. And I really need to get off my phone. I've already deleted. I've already deleted Twitter numerous times throughout the week. And now, sa YouTube na ako nagre-rely for like entertainment and Instagram. I don't know, like, who am I without my phone? Yun yung gusto kong sabihin. Ayun na to. Parang gusto ko rin talaga ng retreat. Yung legit na retreat. Ganun yung skin ko dito. Ano to? Gusto ko ng retreat. As in literal, take my phone away from me. But I also want to document things. So like maybe a camera. I can bring a camera in this retreat. Hindi ko alam mga anong ita-title sa video na to kasi dami kong sinabi. I might watch a movie na lang after this because tapos na ako kumain. Wala. Also, can someone tell me... Sorry. Can someone tell me what Wordle is? Yung mga black, yellow, green squares na pinupost sa mga tao sa Twitter. Wait, i-google ko na lang ngayon. Ay, what? Is it a website? Guess the Wordle in 6 tries. Each guess must be a valid 5-letter word. After each guess, the color of the tiles will change to show how close your guess. But like, how do you know what word? May definition ba to? I'm so confused. Wait, what? Oh my god, what are... So it's like literally... Wait. Gine-guess mo talaga yung word? Like wala man lang definition of things? Yo, people are whack. Whack. Tapos may hard mode pa, any revealed hints? So weird. Like, okay, gets naman mo obsessed ka dito. Ayun. So, ganito na yung lighting every time na dito ako. Di siya flattering dito sa dito ko. Na, anyway. Sarap talaga. Sana meron pa pagkagising. Let's talk about binili ko to, Altruist. Dry skin repair cream. It's good. I use this on my feet. I thought pwede siyang, because it has urea. Because in higher concentrations, urea can be a catalytic. Basically, it can dislodge skin cells, rough and bumpy skin cells. Especially dun sa feet na makapal. But in like lower concentrations, urea is a humectant that pulls in water to the top layer of the skin. Anyway, I don't know what is considered a high concentration of urea. But since it said, ininterpret ko na lang yung 10% as baka may magawa siya sa paa ko, sa kalos. So, and this cost like 435 if I'm not mistaken. Okay naman siya. Like, I use it sa feet, I use it sa elbows. Sorry, may narinig lang ako. Ay, may gusto takot ako. Ayun, so, pero, ganun. Sasarakot ako. Wait lang. Ano sinasabi ko? Ayun, I use it sa feet, pero ganun pa rin yung feet ko. Like, may kalos pa rin. And and it's obviously not for the feet talaga. It's dry skin na hindi ganun ka-dry, I guess. Ayun. Grabe, I'm just ayoko talaga matapos yung video. Nag-Happy Meal ako once sa McDo. Tapos dapat Pikachu hand fan yung kukunin ko. Pero ito na lang daw yung meron na Pikachu. It's a visor. And hindi ko na susuotin. Anong cute. Gawin ko ang thumbnail. Hindi ko na alam. Anyway, and siguro last favorites video ba to? Gusto kong gumawa ng mga favorites video. Pero na-realize ko, hindi naman ako bumibili every month ng mga things. So like, I don't know how that will work out for me. Pero, gift to sa nanay ko, like, gift siya sa nanay ko nung Christmas. Tapos dinekwat ko. It's a candle from Callista & Co. in Happy Crush. It has blackcurrant, strawberry, and raspberry. And it smells so... Ay, may mga warning pala to. So sweet. And yung parang nakakasuka na yung gana siya kaamoy sweet, girly, feminine, candy. Pero Ewan ko, kailangan ko ng ganun sa buhay ko. Kailangan ko ng ganung bango. And siguro mention ko na lang din yung iba kong candles na nandito sa harap ko. Ito, this is from Bien Lumiere. It's like the cheapest. May face ako last year na naghahanap ng candles na cheap sa Shopee. Bien Lumiere. Sorry, ang pangit na nung ano. In La Vie. And grabe to. Amoy pogi. Amoy ano siya. Amoy lalaki na pag nilalight ko to kapag medyo lonely ako. At gusto ko ng kaiyakap sa gabi. Habang na laptop dito sa desk. Tapos this other one is also from Bien Lumiere. Lumiere. Bonjour. And eto, amoy coffee lang. So, linalight ko to pag feeling ko productive ako sa umaga para magising, para amoy Starbucks ko, no? Pero hindi naman amoy Starbucks yung room. Ayun. Ayun, ano pa ba? Gusto ko lang kung ano lang mapag-usapan ko dito. Ayun, okay na yun. Siguro last na parang recently sa YouTube, lumabas sa recommended ko yung, recommended ba tawag doon? Sa homepage. Yung Logitech keyboard na MX Master ba yun? Basta yung mini na white siya. Like, kahawig niya yung Magic Keyboard ng Apple. Magic Keyboard ng Apple. Pero like, medyo mas plastic yung construction. No? I want that. It's like 6,000 to 7,000 nung chinek ko sa Shopee. Wala lang. Pero like, may Logitech keyboard na ako. Pero hindi ko na nga siya ginagamit. Kasi like, mas gusto kong nagta-type na lang sa laptop. And, ayun. One hour na pala. Ayun. I hate that I'm closing every video with, I hope everyone is staying safe, keeping warm. But I do hope everyone is doing so. And I know things might, especially now, 2022 doesn't, just have hope for something. Wala na akong masabi talaga. Ubusin ko lang tong Gatorade tapos okay na ako. Inubos ko talaga. Please comment below. Wow, nagpapa-comment. Kung kahit ano, mag-comment lang kayo sa baba kasi gusto ko lang. Ayun, I hope everyone is doing well. I know not everything is not well, but like, I hope there's an attempt at something. Wala lang, iniisip ko lang talaga kung paano ako nag-behave throughout the day na nakakulong lang ako dito sa kwarto because I can't bring myself to do anything, and how I'm being all right now. So, that's that. Ano nakasabi? Just Saturday. Cute ko. Cute naman ako, di ba? Ayun. I hope ulit-ulit. Okay, end ko na. Bye-bye. Pahinga. Alam niyo na yan. Bye.